around it to try and bump them back in.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I wanted DOD, because they have this Ogre, right? So you feel like having another right clicker that benefits from Bloodlust would be nice. Instead, I can see the value of Pango. It's a really good hero, but it feels a bit disjointed. It feels like they just pick heroes they like, which, sometimes can be a good idea. It is not elimination match, but if they lose, they are out of the winner's bracket. And they will get Lumpy here. Once again, breaking the smoke. I think he did the same thing game number one.
He's just walking a little bit close, breaks smoke, walks away, and they'll just make this most likely a 2-for-2 bouncy rune trade. Let's see. Any surprise moves coming out? Pangolier with the 5 iron branches at the start of the laning stage. No surprises whatsoever. Vitali has 2 circlets, can make that double Wraithband or double Bracer. For all he cares, you're playing against the Monkey King in that safe lane. Probably going to go for the Wraithband because you want to be that big right-click brood mobber. Yeah. Oh, he actually is going for a mix. Wraithband and Bracer.
Yeah, but that's usually the build that I see. Unless you have like only physical damage, if it's some sort of like Venge PA lane, then you might go for the double Wraithband. But you just want to mix up that HP region with the armor. All right, let's see if James can impress us again. I think he definitely overperformed in the laning stage against that Mars. Now you have a Pugna versus Kunkka. Supposedly Kunkka favored.
Yeah, tends to be Kunkka favored. Honestly, most melees tend to be Kunkka favored. It's just the whip is too good. And he should be just fine. Bottom lane, though, Gardic is still looking for a possible first blood attempt, but Aldair walks back. They know something funky's happening. Bound the strike onto the Broodmother. He's actually getting bullied out by the Ogre Magi. And Pike, in the meantime, because the Pugna was not there, took a bunch of damage as well. That's not the best way for Beast Coast to start off the lane.
Tried a bit too hard with the first blood there. But, it's probably going to be okay, as the Broodmother can always regen a little bit with the Insatiable Hunger. Although, it would be weird not to have Spin Web for level 2 as well. Vitali definitely just... Yeah, he ended up going for the Sukin Bola thing.
That was just for first blood, but Monkey was still too close to his tower. Normally, Monkey, yeah, he's got 500 HP. He dies so quickly, but he knew something funky was up. His teammates probably called that there was no Gardic top.
I see. Yeah, this is gonna, more than Troll taking a lot of damage, the skill build on Vitali could swing this lane quite a bit, because, like, you usually just want to be life-stealing with Insatiable Hunger, or using the Spin Webs. Right now, they're doing very nicely here on South Team.
Oh, Vitali does pop the Insatiable Hunger, try and get some lifesteal going. But yeah, as you mentioned, no Spin Webs then. So they're sustaining nicely.
The Centaur, 10-0 against the 7-1 of the Troll. Side lane's looking pretty decent here for South Team, and even the mid lane where there is a slight advantage for the Kunkka. I just feel like they're holding... Oh, they get first blood.
Oh, Vitality does get taken down bottom lane. They constantly keep spamming out damage. While top side, Pike is chasing in after Monty. Gardic has already been lost. There, he gets the root. But the problem when you're playing against a Centaur is the fact that Double Edge has a 3.5 second cooldown. So if you have a lengthy chase, he's just gonna keep chunking, kill you.
Yep, and he was not taking any damage, so was not afraid of pumping all of that damage. Just really good start here from Mars and T. They will lose the Lotus, it looks like, though.
And RST, he's got the Helm of the Iron Will delivered already. Monty took it with him when he TP'd in, so you gotta deal with a hero that has 12 passive HP regen and now also has some armor.
Yeah, very, very scary. Mid lane, pretty decent advantage here by Lumpy this time, so feels like James, as high MMR as he is, there are limits here for the matchup.
Top side. I mean, Arzenti, once he's got that Veil of Discord, becomes really rough to kill. Pike is actually doing a lot of damage. Bushwhack misses from multi. They want to go in onto Pike. And that Bushwhack missing might have cost Arzenti his life here. Being chased down, Gardic, the right click comes out. Arzenti is dead, and Monty will be forced back as well. Yep. Gotta hit them Bushwhacks. Almost gets taken down as well. Has that infused raindrop keeping him alive with the magic wand poppage.
It would probably be better for him to die, I think, because he is super low right now. They didn't bring any regen for this Hoodwink. Honestly, I'm not sure it actually benefits them that he's still in the lane. He can't even get close or he dies.
This is not superb. There's the healing salve on the center, but he definitely doesn't want to give that one away. That's his little hill baby.
Yeah, they're only gonna heal him for half the HP anyway, so.
Bottom lane in trouble, being hunted, and the Boundless Strike connects. The Vengeful Spirit will die. In response, Vitality at least doing a decent amount of damage. Onto is the Ogre, who is out of mana. And the lane is in his favor now for the Broodmother, so he'll be able to get a little bit more farm. It's just try and survive until you get level 6. That's all the Broodmother needs to do.
Yeah, true. There was a point in this hero's life where you actually dominated the lane as well as dominated after level 6. But nowadays, I think we're at a state where the hero can lane okay, but shouldn't beat Monkey King, and that's pretty much what's happening. Obviously, the skill build he decided to go kind of ruined his lane a bit more than he would have liked, but it's still a decent performance. He's tiding CS with the Centaur.
Gardic being harassed by Monty top side. A lot of traded damage. Gardic trying to stay alive. There's a Bushwhack in 3 seconds, but if he gets too close chasing, he'll probably die. Arzenti is getting bullied out by Pike. And yeah, Pike is just trying to block anything heading towards Gardic, but the Boundless Strike comes out. There is going to be a Hoof Stomp coming in. He got himself the whirling axes out in time, but Arzenti chunks him down. Mid lane in the meantime, as you mentioned, James is going to be hunted. Torrent thrown out, has to sidestep. Will be right click down, but Aldair on the monkey TPing towards mid, and we also in the area will be able to at least get a counter kill. This gives time for Vitally to farm up, but Lumpy, if he dies, that would be huge, and this might just be it. There's a Boundless Strike, so he cannot even TP out of there. Slowly but surely melting away, and that would make the TP definitely worth it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. At the end of the day, they lost 2 cores on South team. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth it, because they lost 2 cores. Okay, now they killed the Troll and it's fine. Because Centaur and Pango died, and they did kill Kunkka, Venge, and Troll. So it's probably okay, but that definitely opened up space here for Vitaly to get his 5, and now he's getting closer to that 6 we talked about.
Yeah, it does. Be careful though, because Ogre is also level 5. He's got that level 3 ignite. The slow is nasty, and he's with the Bloodlust buff on the Monkey King, he goes fast, he goes hard, he takes you down.
Damn. All right, this Ogre, we were not confident on his performance, but he's actually doing a lot here on Wage.
Yeah, it does help, of course, that Vitali had a pretty tough lane. In general, you're playing against a monkey, so it's never easy. But starting off with Silken Bola, no points in Spin Web or Insatiable Hunger, well, having to get Spin Web at level 3 does mean the first couple of levels are a lot rougher.
I think that really made that lane harder. Once you get 6, as you said, you will be able to farm, but now your Orchid timing is going to be a bit delayed. Oh, mid lane though.
Gardic is trying to take down the tier 1 tower by just long range spamming it with Nether Blast. I still can't get used to the fact that regen rune continues.
Yeah.
I really don't like that change.
I think they were trying to balance the runes. Like, double damage definitely felt like the strongest one. So they're like, let's buff everything else. But they also buffed the current amplified damage. But now, like, you get the damage reduction thing on invisibility. By the way, it doesn't even show, right? It doesn't... Anywhere in the tooltip, it shows that it's reducing damage on invisibility. Haste lasts a bit longer. I kind of like where they were coming from, but I would like the tooltips to indicate exactly what they do.
Yeah, obviously they don't do that right now. I guess you are right about the slight buff to those runes. Does mean that it's also a bit more of an objective for the teams. I've seen some teams like at Dream League. They were, I can't remember what team it was, but they were actively counting. I think it was the MENA region. Winterbear did that. They were counting the runes that were coming up, so they were marking, okay, now that it's a haste rune, now it's an illusion rune, now. And then when they knew, okay, the next rune is going to be a DD rune, they collectively all got towards mid to make sure that they got the rune secured for their mid.
Damn, okay. That's crazy.
It is so filthy try hard, it's unreal.
Okay, that's
But
really
that's why
cool.
they're pros, you know. Try hard,
Yeah.
trying hard is the way to go. In your pubs,
Yeah.
it would be like super strange if you did that though. But that's why you play scrims, a whole different ball game.
That is true. And they play scrims, and I play kindergarten Dota. That's what I do here in my games.
Same.
Not even close. That said, Vitaly did get level 7. Looks like he's finally queuing up that Orchid. Did finish the Bracer Wraith Band. So, as always, I mean, always, this is only the second gamer watching from this Beast Coast, but kind of a slow start, but it feels like the game plan is still there, right? They didn't really lose the mid lane tower. In fact, it's very healthy. They took the mid tower instead. Things are slowly clicking for them, and this role totally free farming here. Yeah, he died 3 times in the lane, but I think he's been free for a while now.
Honestly, it's only Pugna that's taking these towers. He's just constantly nether blasting them the entire time, and yeah, they can't really push him off. It's kind of the downside of the South team. They are going to smoke up. Rolling Thunder is at the ready. He's going for the Diffusal Blade. Lumpy
Stack's already taken, though.
He doesn't even take the Ancient Black Dragon.
Yeah, he's gonna leave it as a...
Run
hello?
back in. Hi. Bye. And he'll be able to get himself out of dodge before things go awry.
Now they're gonna collapse mid here, try to take the tower, but they are very bad at taking buildings. I guess the Monkey King is okay, but in general, when you look at Beast Coast, they're so much better at pressuring objectives, which is gonna be a problem as this game develops.
Oh, nice fortification in mid to make sure Lumpy doesn't get that creep camp cleared out. Gives them a bit more time to look for enemies. I like the usage of fortification. Obviously, it's always pretty nice once you're to keep your towers alive a little bit longer, but it's also nice to just annoy the Kunkka when he does an X mark play.
And you were right, Tro did go for Battle Fury here instead of the Mjolnir build, which does mean he gets online a bit slower, but should scale much better.
And the fact that he's playing against 4 melee heroes with Cleave is insanely good.
Very, very true. But pretty slow game now. We do see that they sent the center bottom. He's the only one that can handle the Spiralings besides the Pangolier. Oh, hello.
Okay, center Stampede. He's trying to get the kill onto the Pugna. Will be able to get it done. Gardic, he was in the area looking... I still hear the life train sound, by the way. He was looking to get a bit more damage on towards the tier 2 tower and be obnoxious in that regard. Weege, in the meantime, he's going for double bracers.
He gets spotted.
This ogre. Oh, Aldair, this is problematic. Ghost Ship does connect, and don't really think he has much to throw against them. But Vitali even could have taken the TP with the gateway. Who is closing in onto that Orchid?
Oh, they found another one.
Towards mid, Rolling Thunder comes out from James. It's a nice 3-man stun, but is it going to be enough damage? Lumpy is very survivable at the moment. He's actually just not taking damage whatsoever. X mark onto James as well. While he was still trying to roll away, has the shield crash, but that's not going to keep him alive. A double kill for Beast Coast, and yeah, You know, Brood's almost done with the Orchid. Monkey went for a first item Maelstrom. So he's not going to have a BKB anytime soon. Diffusal's not even done on the Pango. He's not going to have a Manta Cell anytime soon. The moment someone gets Orchided this game, they're dead.
Oh my god, they're going for more Beast Coast. They're ruthless here, but they might get baited.
The swap save comes out though from Moose. Argentine needs to be careful. Has to stampede because the spiders, the spinny spiders, the scary Vitality on the run in the trees trying to get himself out of there, but the bushwhack will hold him down and no backup will come to help him. They'll get a double kill, but while all of that's going on, Pyke is taking a double stack in the triangle. He's got the Battle Fury done with the phase boots. He is ready to just go ham in terms of farm.
Yeah, he's gonna get that Wisdom Rune as well because he's a dirty little carry, I know what these guys want and it's disgusting. But at least it's a little bit of breathing room. They're gonna delay the Orchid timing once again. But as you said, if like it's already not a good matchup for the Monkey King, and this throw is so far ahead, it's not even fair.
They're also going to be playing against the Kunkka, who's going to have a shard plus, you know, the whole water park shebang as 4 melee heroes. It's
yeah.
It's just 4 melee heroes is really bad this game. Even Pugna Decrepify is going to be insane to deal with for them. They've got swap saves. They've got very fast Broodmother. They've got Pugna Decrepify. Obviously, Troll Warlord can just like battle trance, and because they're melee, they're standing next to him anyway. And you got Kunkka with the Ghost Ship, Torn Storm later down the line. I just don't see much that South Team late game or mid game really has to throw at them.
Yeah, and when you look at the Hoodwink build, I think that's a hero we saw in other games doing a lot of damage. Forced to go Uceptor this game. Already died a fair amount of times through that X combo and just decided to go for a very defensive build. Like, this reminds me of super old school Hoodwink games, and it's not at all what you usually want to build in this hero right now.
Right now, they are slowing down their approach. I mean, Beast Coast, they just want this troll to get huge, and that's the game plan.
Yeah. You ideally just get Roshan eventually, which is on their side of the map, but right now, Pyke actually working towards a Yasha, so doesn't feel threatened at all. Doesn't feel the need to get a BKB.
Oh, Rolling Thunder, James trying to get away, Moose dropping low. Decrepify keeps him alive. He gets used by the enemy, actually. That's a bit of a mistake. Moose is still alive and gets some spells off. James is going to die because his teammate threw out the Yules. Orchid gets thrown out. The Torrent does push them all the way. Lumpy's being healed by Gardic. He's staying alive. The Kunkka, can he get out of there? All there jumping forward. Troll ulti getting used. Pyke gets a double kill. Gardic gets a tip right there. But honestly, I would say the biggest tip should, like, the Hoodwink. It must have been, yeah, the Hoodwink.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many clutch plays in that fight. Unfortunately, it was clutch for Beast Coast here. Monty with that Uceptor didn't help at all. But the Monkey King couldn't kill Kunkka because he was decrept. So he had to cancel his Boundless 3 times, and that was enough healing from Pugna to save him. That's the 3rd time they tried to brute force that tower, and they get trashed the 3rd time now. The lack of siege that they have is a big problem, and they're also unable to get pickoffs apparently. I guess this Brood mod, they're just shoving the waves, makes it really awkward for them to invade the Biscold side.
Yeah, that's it's not looking too great for them. It looked like a pretty decent engagement, but that Yules really did them dirty. Forces the Pangolier to go deeper to get the kill, so they at least get something for all their ulti usage, and then he is just surrounded by enemies with
that's
not
another
a way
smoke,
out.
man. That's another smoke. If this backfires.
Oh, Lumpy, he does get Yulesed up, so his X mark was still going.
Oh, too early.
Yep. He does stay just alive. It's an 8-second duration on allies, so it's actually kind of rough to try and perfectly time it.
Yeah, like if they had vision of the Kunkka preemptively, he could have, you know, clicked and get a feel for the duration. Monty will dodge the bolt.
He's also going for a Maelstrom because, you know, why not?
Already has the support item on the use.
Gardic, Bound the Struck, will be found bottom lane. Again, just playing very far forward to keep them distracted.
Look at that troll.
The rest is clearing up the entire map. They're heading towards the pit. They've got Broodmother with the Orchid to throw out onto Roshan. And with the Troll Warlord, doesn't have max fervor stacks just yet. But nonetheless, it does drop very quickly now that the Venge joins the fun. He's even going for an Ag's first item rush on Moose. I really like that. It's just... Ags is the only reason the hero becomes insanely good as a plus 4. As a plus 5, I think the hero is always good because the shield you get from the swap is amazing. But as a plus 4, having that, well, twice to use in a team fight is insanely good.
Yeah, and when you have a game like this one where you can just rush it, you don't need any intermediary items, it feels really nice because just getting 2 swaps, 2 stuns, eventually get the shard for free as well, and like the hero is bonkers. Well, now they have the Aegis here. Beast Coast, just totally different game than game number 1. Game number 1, South team got the first Aegis. It felt like, at least during a part of it, they had control. Right now, they feel totally choked.
Well, 5k net worth lead is not insurmountable. They do have that Aegis, and it's going to be a BKB plus Manta for the Troll later down the line. Does Troll have any interesting talents, actually? Never look at it. Berserker's Rage armor.
It has damage. Yeah. Oh, they took the damage at 20, actually. The Battle Trance move speed is pretty good, right? Because eventually you can actually sell your boots, and you still like run a max move speed with your even without boots when you're ulted.
Yeah, sure. Battle Trance strong dispels is gonna be always a nice one.
Yeah, that's the insane one. Okay, South team trying to make a stand, at least defending their Wisdom Rune.
Lumpy needs to be careful. Wukong gets thrown out. There's the Rolling Thunder as well. Centaur still has Stampede. Lumpy is still being healed up by Guardian. And he gets his spells off. BKB. Ghost Ship to be thrown out, and Lumpy is going to be fine. X-Mark drags back all there, and that Monkey King is just done for. Gardic even healing up a little bit of that HP he gifted away, but this Pugna is just too good. Gardic is doing too much work on this Pugna.
He really is just incredible. Both games, they pick it early, and you can see the impact. You know, at least they got the Wisdom Rune on Witch, so that's the only thing they were able to acquire for that fight. But it does feel like they're running out of gas. The BKB was not ready for the Monkey King. You know, defending the Tormentor and the Wisdom Rune is nice, but fighting without the BKB on Aldair felt very reckless, you know? They just don't have... Look at the timings here. The Pangolier, 200 gold away from the Eggs. Probably was even closer before he lost money. I think they should have probably just gave up all that and fought when they had better timings.
Yeah, they also got both the shards. So Vitali now just got his own shard as well. Venge doesn't have the free one just yet. Bloodthorn is nasty when spiders hit you. Oh!
Holy shit!
Yep, that's the new Bloodthorn right there. 60 bonus magic damage. No, wait, what is it? Yeah, 60 damage per auto attack.
Instance. Yeah.
So every spider hitting you does a 60 bonus damage on top of their normal attack damage. Yeah, that's just broken. That was actually, like, I've never seen an ogre die that fast.
That was incredible. Like, he was like, okay, it only has 2 seconds duration. There's no way he's gonna die. And then, like, 10 hits is 600 damage, and he just explodes. Well, there is eggs now for James. They did finish the BKB on the Monkey King. But just like game number 1, it feels like they gave up so much to get here. I guess you probably just give away some tier 2 towers and you wait the Aegis out. They're smoking now, but I really hate the smoke. I hope that they wait the Aegis to take a fight.
Well, let's see. There's a smoke up.
40
13k
seconds.
with lead. It's still 14 to 14, but Lumpy is in the front, and that's not the one that you want to go for. Especially not with the support that he has behind him every single time. They're going to attempt to try and nuke him down. Is the support going to be there in time? No! Aldair blows him up with the sharpshooter coming in as well. And the swap needed to keep Vitality alive. Moose is going to be a second one down. BKB even used by the monkey, who is chasing as a little birdie coming through. That's going to be 4 kills. And they just get demolished. Triple kill for them. Where did this damage come from?
I mean, that was super lucky. They assumed they had no vision. They find a Kunkka. They assumed there was no Venge, and they got lucky because she wasn't there. And they also got lucky they didn't find the troll. So, I mean, all in all, it works out for them. It was very lucky. I think if you try to do this 10 times, you probably get it right 2 out of 10 at best. Because a lot of things ended up going their way for them to get all those kills. But still, this is going to be a big turnaround. I think this is 8k gold that they munched through just by winning that fight. Was it a 14k gold lead?
Yeah, it was a 14k gold lead. I'm a little bit sad that I mean, I get why he's going Guardian Greaves because obviously the Bloodthorn was pretty nasty, but man should have gotten Midas.
Yeah, I really wanted to see the Midas. He was having a really good game.
That's it, just go for the Midas. You know, you're not gonna get any more farm on the map. Of course, they're gonna steal everything.
I agree. I would love to see the Midas. And also, this is probably, considering how the early stages were going, they were not going to snowball this game. Like, they were... mid was a disaster. They lost that tower so early. So I think, considering they were just farming their timings till this point, that Midas would have been a lot of value. But he's the bigger man, literally and also emotionally.
Well, that definitely was a little bit of a surprise for Beast Coast. Next Roshan will be an important one, I would definitely assume. Vitality's going for the BKB. They find Gardic again. He started to drop a couple of times this game right now. Aldair only has a Mjolnir and BKB as well. It feels so lacking on the Monkey King, but that... he dies... if he gets jumped, he dies very quick. I guess... all they need is Troll to just pop his Battle Trance and go ham.
Yeah, he does have the Bloodlust, and I think that helps a lot with the damage. But the throw is very... even though net worth-wise they don't seem that far apart, the items... it feels like the items that Throw has are more impactful. Although, he did go for a very defensive build. Both the Manta and the BKB. I'm not even sure what can he dispel here. Just the Pango passive, right? I guess.
Pango passive, the Ogre
Ignite,
slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like these Manta that
Centaur
much.
slow, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you can Manta dodge the Hoof Stomp if you're a TZ.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you can do so many things. I guess it's just stats. It's always nice to have. Movement speed increase. You could go
choosing his tier 3 token right now.
I mean, I'm not really opposed to it necessarily. It does mean that he has one slot less later down the line, which is always a bit scary. Because you want to have at one point like Blink Dagger or something. A Swift Blink for your boots. Now he's going Abyssal Blade. Then he has one more slot open that he can fill with Scotty, maybe?
Yeah. He actually ended up going for no Seal Totem here. He was choosing his tier 3 for a while. Probably didn't have anything that he really liked. Look at the damage, man. He was hitting that for 5 seconds. The tower is 30% HP now.
Yeah, they're just trying to push it out, get ready for Roche. Unfortunately for them, Roche is going to spawn on the Radiant side.
Very long one.
It's a really lengthy road. It's pretty much close to max Roche respawn timer, which is very advantageous here for the side of South Team. When you're fighting around the pit, Pangalier's got the Ags now, he's got the Shard. So this Pangolier is going to do work. He still has no way out of being silenced, though. If he gets hit by the Bloodthorn, he is dead.
Yeah, I thought that maybe he was going for Disperser, but he did queue up a Basher. Hopefully, he's not going to suffer too much. But out there, just got a free tier 2 tower here because beastcoast they are set on securing Roche on top. Unfortunately, as you said, they don't know this, but it is going to be on the Radiant side. They've been occupying the top side, and they're farming a lot, but losing the tier 2 for free feels pretty nice here. I think they just got out. They got away with murder with Alder hitting that and taking it by himself.
Yeah, this is really huge for South Team. Net worth wise, it's almost even Stevens. Alder is close to his Sacred Relics, going for the Nullifier against the Decrepify save. That has really hurt them a couple of times already.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I'm assuming it also takes away the Nether Swap shield.
Yes.
I think that's dispellable.
Yes, it does. Ooh, Pike. The instant stampede. The moment that Pike shows his face. And in mid, Ouija is going to get caught by the X mark. Drag back. He is an Ogre Magi with a mech, so he is stupidly tanky. And he's just going to try and run away, get swapped back in. Actually, he's keeping them distracted for so incredibly long. Go, Ouija, you got this. Rip.
Okay.
Ogre Magi
finally falls, and Roche is up. He has buyback, but yeah, we'll see. I think it is important here for South Team to try and make a stand for this Roshan. Troll with Aegis, he just melts through all of those buildings. So even if you lose a fight, but you take away the Aegis from Pyke, I think it's worth it here for South Team.
Yeah, this is scary territory, though. Top lane, tier 2 is being pushed in the meantime by Rs and T. Has no stampede. They know they're going Roche. There's not really much that they can do against it. They are too far away, so they'll just call it quits, keep the net worth even, and continue farming, doing some more damage, clearing up the map. Knowing that high ground pushing is not the easiest for them. They have a couple of saves, of course, for the high ground push, and Troll can hit buildings plus the Pugna. But they have some good ways to at least get a quick jump on South Team. I think that was something that they, in the previous series, the teams lacked. Just straight up jump. And here there's so much of it.
Yeah,
no, Aldair.
He has no buyback, by the way. He just bought this Nullifier.
He's a tree, baby. He's a tree. Sneaky peeky tree. And Moose is not level 6, level 18 yet, so he didn't have max level Nether Swap. So he just actually scurries on out. With a lot of luck. Not gonna lie, a lot of luck.
That was super lucky. Actually, holding on the talent here. Choosing between the Boundless Strike cooldown or the Primal Spring one. I usually see the Boundless Strike talent.
Yeah, that one makes the most sense.
Still holding though. Interesting. Oh, Lumpy.
He did choose the Boundless Strike cooldown. Yeah, it's way too good. X marked back by the Kunkka towards his base. There's going to be jumping onto Pyke. He's taking quite a lot of damage from just the Centaur. On the sideline, Aldair's trying to charge in for a kill throughout his Nullifier, but the swap save comes out. Pyke pops his ulti. The Rolling Thunder, he actually gets rooted up right next to the Troll Warlord. Not the best place, or is it? Turns into the roll-up, needs to get himself out of there. Wukong's command still going on. Jump onto Lumpy. Lumpy's out of mana on that Kunkka. And now Weed's the last one left behind together with Monty. X-Mark will use himself up to dodge the damage. They want to go back in, and rightfully so. There's a gem drop because they did already use the Pugna. Boundless Strike connects onto Moose. Centaur Stomp onto Pyke. That Troll Warlord will be bushwhacked into position. Can he get anything going for him? Rs and T just turns around. Right click's coming through. Moose will lose his illusion coming forward, and that is a huge, fat, juicy teamfight victory for South Team. Oh my lord, they got themselves 3 kills plus an Aegis, and they lost nothing, Bowie.
Dude, that was crazy. He just jumped the troll head on, and somehow survived a full battle trance. I guess he does have the Elven Tunic, and there's Shiva's NAC on RZT, so that's a lot of extra armor he's working with there, but I'm surprised. I really thought that the Troll was going to be able to overpower. Maybe, you know, that defensive Manta was the reason he didn't have enough damage.
I mean, he did spread his damage. It first went on Rs and T, then Aldair went in. He popped his Enrage onto Aldair. Obviously, Monkey King can lifesteal with the Jingle Mastery. He got a little bit of damage. In comes the Pangolier that just stands right in between them. The luckiest thing about all of that was that he got the root onto the Pangolier.
Yeah.
Like, that is as lucky as you pretty much can get.
Whew. All right, so things changing here. It felt like, even though the gold advantage was a bit stabilized for South Team, at the end of the day, Beast Coast had the Aegis, was going high ground with this Troll, but they were able to fight outside of the base, so the Troll, I guess, did a lot of damage to the tier 3 tower, but you wanted way more. I think that was the Aegis Beast Coast was supposed to end the game, or ideally that's the plan at least.
Well, they do manage to finally get the shard onto Moose, so that's going to be pretty substantial in any forward team fights. But Monty, this is the hoodwink that went for that Maelstrom. He's got a Gleipnir, Force Staff, Yules, and Vlad's done at the moment. He's going to upgrade in towards the Wind Waker, so that's going to be an aggressive move tool against Troll once he pops his Enrage, well, his Battle Trance, or a defensive one. Because there's not going to be a nullifier built up on the Dire side just yet. Maybe the Brood might go for it, but I doubt the Troll will.
Yeah, the Troll doesn't have a lot of slots to work with. He's going for that Blink and the Abyssal just yet. I mean, this is looking good for South Team. I'm honestly very impressed with how much this Monkey King is able to do in the fights. Considering he had a really bad start and the Troll was fairly ahead, I did not expect the Monkey King to be able to hold his own, but Aldair, you know, not a name I heard before this tournament. Actually, oh, wait a second.
Top side, they're looking for moves in the trees. Bound the Strike, gets caught out, and that's going to be the first Venge Dead. The second Venge Dead does have a buyback, but that is your best displacement tool to block them from going high ground.
They are separate though, which
TP through. There's a TP from the monkey as well. Lumpy's
there's a
trying
ward.
to find the monkey. Speaking of which, Aldair's going in, spots out Pike. That's a scary target to go for. They're following like 3 different angles to try and get the catch onto these Beast Coast heroes.
Yeah,
That was
it's a bit weird, very weird, because they got the kill on the Venge, so they feel like they can outnumber Beast Coast, but had to TP 1 by 1. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Lumpy almost gets nuked. Speaking of which, he is still very low in HP. Gets hit by the Gleipnir. Chase. Bushwhack won't connect thanks to the Force Staff from Gardic. And he does get back. It feels so dangerous for Beast Coast right now, because this Troll, yeah, it doesn't feel like he's got the damage to kill them in his ulti.
Yeah, like he got to look into Monkey King's eyes and he didn't even attempt to fight. Like usually I think as a Troll, if you get to find enemy carry like that, you just want to jump them. But definitely feeling self-conscious right now.
It's not even, it's also, by the way, I didn't even talk about this, but the monkey build, he doesn't have that much HP. He's 2400 HP. Does have a lot of armor, especially if you get the Wukongs down with the AC and the Guardian Aura nearby. And the Vlad, bro, what? They've got a Vlad's, a Guardian Aura, and
AC Shiva.
AC. There's a ridiculous amount of armor on the. That Centaur's got 50 armor.
Yep, and I think that's the thing. Even though he is low HP, all of their damage is pretty much physical. Like, when you look at the bulk of their damage is Throw and Brood. I guess, you know, the Bloodthorn, you could argue, is magical. But they're going to pop BKB. I don't think that's going to be the bulk of the damage. Venge, you know, it's minus armor. A little bit of magic damage here and there. But as long as you have that high armor, they're not going to... I guess my point is they're not going to scale in terms of magic damage on Beast Coast. Only physical.
Unless you're going to go for... I mean... Are there any tools that you can build to try and circumvent that. You don't have the old upgraded Witchblade anymore. Now it's Parasma, which is not good.
It's awful on Troll. Like it uses so much mana. Like you can't sustain it. Only like ODs and Wyverns I think can sustain that item. Maybe Pucks and
I mean,
Pops.
the old one, yeah, the new one. Is there
Yeah.
anything right now? Let me see. Any items that I haven't seen in a long time? Oh yeah, the Revenant's Brooch is...
Yeah, Revenant's Brooch.
Yeah, it's a toggle. Attacks cost 75 mana. Troll would be done in 9 attacks. That's not going to be useful.
Nope. They are smoking
guess-
towards bottom though. I guess they see this Crypt Equilibrium and they feel like they can force South Team back, and I think they're right.
I think I do like the choice though that Troll's going to go for. He's going to go for the Disperser. Maybe just drain their mana so they're useless. That's a very good way to handle it. Oh, Rs and T gets spotted
TP
out
one
by
by
all
one.
them Spooters. The swap comes out. They're going to go in for the Centaur? I'm not too sure about the Centaur as your main target of focus. In the trees, Moose is going to be left behind. Lumpy pops the BKB going for the TP out, but they will get the kill onto the Venge. And the Bash, actually, James has a Basher. Interrupts the TP of Lumpy, and they find 2 kills with Roche up in 45 seconds. Going to be a Radiant Roche. It's a Refresher Roche. But this is actually pretty... This is huge. I also don't know why the hell you'd swap the Centaur into that fight. That's just weird. But they're just in control right now on South Team.
I mean, they knew that they were not in the base at all, so they thought they had enough damage. But really good Lotus Orb from him. I think it reflected the Blowthorn as well as the Axe on, and maybe the Magic Missile as well. So just a really weird turn of events. As Gardick's going to be found as well. Poor guy.
Yeah, gets scanned out. They'll get that kill. And Roche is up the moment Weege walks in. Boom!
Ooh.
And that's a
Alright.
Refresher Shard Roche. Question is, who do you give it to?
Either Centaur or Pango, right?
I mean, Monkey could as well, because double BKB, double Wukongs once he's level 25.
But I think he's carrying the Aegis. I guess if you drop your treads when you go high ground, maybe you can...
But it's still a Refresher, guys. Okay, thank you. I like it. Like,
okay, he picks it up. He picks it up.
Yeah, if Monkey gets his level 25, you just walk up the high ground, pop your Wukongs, kill the first set of racks, and then pop the refresh and go for the second set of racks with another additional Wukong's command ring.
And that's an Ancient Guardian Monkey King. So when he goes high ground, he is going to be hitting for plus 50. This is... I mean... I am speechless. I didn't really think South Team had any business taking this game, but one mistake from Beast Coast and they really never let go. I thought that South Team was not able to really keep up the map movements, but they're just doing a really good job.
Yeah, South Team playing pretty well. This Ogre Magi, only 2 deaths this game with the Guardian Grief Solar Crest. If he had Midas though, he'd just have like 17 items right now. It's gonna
just
get
jinx
swapped
the
in,
guy.
but there's the Stampede. Did I jinx the guy, really? Did I?
No, he's tanky.
I mean, that's the problem. Who are you gonna swap in? Like, your best target is the Hoodwink, and he even has the Wind Waker, so he can just skedaddle.
Yep, no nullifier as we said. Broodmother is working on it, but has to save for buyback. Can't afford it right now.
Oh, that
my
damage
God,
coming
look at
out
all
onto
their-
Lumpy. He's just dead. Straight up dead.
Dude, that Bloodlust. It's insane how much damage this Monkey King is outputting.
And yeah, they're just breaking base, not even needing that Wukong's command. There's a buyback
Is
on
this
the Wukong.
over?
Troll is bottom split pushing-ish.
Okay.
But you're gonna get Mega. Okay, he's gonna send out the illusions with the Fervor stacks to at least go ham and keep them occupied, wanting to try and force a TP back to base at least. But there's going to be a jump in. Moose dropping low. That's the Venge's first life. But the target's going to be Vitally afterwards. Bike has to finally get some damage in, but inside the Wukong's command, the Grapify isn't going to keep him alive. He does have his ult, he can't even get it off. They're dead. Pugna does buy back. They have 2 more buybacks
never
available.
bother to buy back. What is this?
Okay, going back in. There's going to be the whole Kunkka shebang, Water Park, but another big Wukong's command from Aldair. They need to run out of this Wukong's, otherwise they're dead. Gardic gets nullified, instantly dies. And inside the fountain, there's nothing they can do. This is going to be Southie taking game number 2 with a pretty remarkable comeback.
All right, but they don't cheese. They somehow get the victory instead. So maybe this is going to be a good throwback to game number 3. I'm honestly speechless. I don't think they